My dear students, today I am going to explain you calorimeter and its function. Okay, so calorimeter, as we have already discussed in calorimetry, that calorimetry is the measurement of quantity of heat contained by a body. Thus here calorimeter is the cylindrical vessel which is used to measure the heat gained by a body when it is mixed with some other body, right? So calorimeter is a cylindrical vessel. Okay, it is a cylindrical vessel just like this. Here it is a cylindrical vessel. This is the base. Actually, this is the base. Okay, and it is placed inside a jacket of wood or wooden jacket or an insulating jacket. Okay, here this is the base, and here we can show it like this, right? And here in this part, in between this cylindrical vessel, this is the cylindrical vessel. Now see, okay, this is wool and this is wooden jacket, and this is copper wall of this one. Okay, and here some just like wooden leads are there. Okay, these all are wooden leads. Here a thermometer to measure the temperature of mixture. Okay, a thermometer is there. A thermometer is there. Okay, suppose 0, 1, 2 or 0, 10, 20, right, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100, like in degree centigrade or whatever. Okay, here is stirrer. Okay, the main function of this stirrer is to mix the hot body and cold body properly, right? And now suppose we have poured some of the hot body. Initially, suppose some water we have taken in this copper vessel. This is a copper. Okay, copper vessel we can say. Here, this is the wall of what? Calorimeter. This is made up of copper. Okay. Now see, suppose a hot body is mixed. Now this hot and cold bodies are mixed together. Now what is the function of this wooden jacket? Wooden jacket is a thermal insulating jacket, or since we know that wood is a very bad conductor of heat, okay, its thermal conductivity is very less. That's why we are using here this as a jacket, so that no heat can be lost to the atmosphere. Means we are stopping heat radiation from this vessel to atmosphere. Okay, and this vessel is made up of copper. Since copper is a good thermal conductor and it can gain the heat rapidly from the content of it. right? Now see, this function of stirrer is to mix this hot and cold body, both of the bodies together, okay, or substances together. Function of thermometer is to measure the common temperature of mixture, okay. Now see, let the initial temperature here, let the initial temperature of calorimeter and water kept in it is equal to T1. Let the initial temperature of water kept in the vessel, means in the calorimeter, and calorimeter as well be T1, okay, and mass of calorimeter is equal to capital M, mass of water, that is small m, okay, or m of water we can say here, okay. Now mass of water, this specific heat capacity of calorimeter is equal to, let C of calorimeter, okay. Now specific heat capacity of water is equal to C of water, okay. Now let there is a hot body which is mixed with this water kept in the vessel. Now for hot body, let initial temperature of hot body, initial temperature is equal to T2. Let's its initial mass of hot body is equal to m of hot body, we can say m of that substance, okay, or you can say m of hot body, mb or substance, whatever you can, or m2 you can take. M2 is the mass of that hot body. Let the initial, specific heat of the substance hot body is equal to C of that body, means we can take it C2, or we can take C of that body, then here m of that body, okay. So their initial temperature, initial masses of all the bodies, initial temperature of all the bodies, and their specific heat capacities we have considered or we have assumed. Now question arises that what is the principle of calorimetry? Principle of calorimetry is that since the energy being conserved, that's why the heat gained by the cold body is equal to heat lost by the hot body. This is the main concept. So how much, when these bodies will come in contact, when a hot body will be poured into this vessel where already a cold body, means a water at temperature T1 is kept, then the temperature of the mixture will be reached to a common temperature. And here also let the common temperature of the mixture is equal to small t. Then heat lost by hot body will be equal to mass of the hot body, this Q, heat lost by this hot body is equal to mass of the hot body, C of the hot body, and change in temperature. Now initial temperature was T2 for the hot body and it reached to T. So T2 minus T. This is equation number 1. This is the heat lost by hot body. Okay, mass of the hot body, specific heat capacity of the hot body, T2 minus T. Okay, now heat gained by the cold bodies. Now see, now heat received by cold body, what you get? This heat received is equal to, there are two bodies which are receiving the heat from cold body, one that is water and another that is this copper vessel, that is calorimeter. So mass of the water into specific heat capacity of the water and change in temperature, that is T minus T1. Since initial temperature was T1 but now it has reached to T, plus mass of the calorimeter, specific heat capacity of the calorimeter, and T minus T1. Since both of the bodies, means this cold water and vessel, both were at the same temperature, that's why same change in temperature is there. Okay, now by the principle of calorimetry, heat lost is equal to heat received or heat gained. So by the principle of calorimetry, QB is equal to QR by the principle of calorimetry. Okay, now it implies that mass of hot body, specific heat of hot body T2 minus T will be equal to mass of water, C of water, plus mass of calorimeter, specific heat of calorimeter, into this common, so in another bracket T minus T1. In this way we can calculate the common temperature of the mixture. Okay, so you just revise this derivation, solve it many times, and based on this formula we have to solve